Hey everybody, it's Pam with Pam's Craft Boutique, and using this hot dog cookie cutter, we're going to make a hot dog cookie. All right, I didn't have the hot dog color and clay that I wanted, so I'm going to make my own and mixing up those three paint colors I just showed, milk chocolate, Georgia clay, and antique parchment. I mixed them all up together using white clay, and I'm put it in there and mix it up. Now, this is very messy to do, but it would be totally worth it. And you get the color of the clay that you want, right? So you just keep mixing until you get the color that you desire. Keep putting paint in it a little bit at a time until you get the color that you want. And now I am going to use cookie dough to cut the bottom. So I'm going to have the bottom cookie and then we'll decorate the top of it. All right. And using these two wooden dowels is kind of my template to be able to have a cookie that's the same shape or width all the way through. And so I always like to use dowels when I cut my cookies. So I'm just cleaning it up just a little bit, make sure all those edges are nice and clean. And now let's cut the hot dog. I'm going to do that one first, and then we're going to go and we'll cut the buns. All right. So rolling this out, I'm going to cut it with the cookie cutter. And then using a cutting tool that bends, I'm going to cut out the hot dog. So we'll cut away the top part, and then we'll cut away the bottom part. And then all we're left is the cookie. Now, I kind of wish it was a little bit darker, but we're just going to go with it. I should have added a little bit more paint to the clay, and I would have gotten kind of a darker hot dog, but it'll be fine. I'm going to go with what I have. And then I took what I had left over of the cookie dough and white and put that together so that I would have a lighter tan color for my buns. So I am just going to roll this out. Now my top layers are always thinner than my bottom layer. So I use smaller dowels to cut my cookie out with. And now I'm going to do the same thing, cutting the top layer, which is the top of the hot dog bun or one of the sides, and then the smaller one. And it's kind of a lopsided cookie cutter or a hot dog bun. So now I'm just going to put that onto the top, and you see how much lighter it is from the bottom. And then once I get all that done, I'm going to put this bottom piece down. And the hot dog is kind of like at a weird angle, but that's how the cookie cutter is. So I want to make sure it's all pressed down good and that the hot dog and the buns are pressed together really good. So as the clay dries, they don't separate. All right. And now I'm going to dry brush some raw sienna onto my bun. So how buns have that dark, the I can't even talk. The outer part is dark, and then the inside is kind of creamy color. So I'm just using raw sienna to dry brush so that I can get that look that I want for the hot dog bun. And now we're going to do the bottom part. Wait till you'll see the end. It turns out so cute. I absolutely love it. Now I want to get a hamburger cookie cutter. That's going to be my next thing. So I wanted it to look like it was grilled. So I'm using black paint and a paintbrush to add some like score marks from the grill. And now I am going to use the tacky glue here, and I'm going to spread it out evenly. And in the little cup there are little white seeds that I get from Playco 3. If you need a link to that, let me know. I'll get you a link to her shop. And I'm putting sesame seeds on top of my hot dog bun because sometimes you get them like that. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you do. But just for like added texture and decor, I'm going to add it to it. And the cookie cutter too, I wanted to tell you, I believe I got that off of Etsy. I'll have to go back and look, but I think that's where I got it. If you'd like a link to it, let me know, and I'll see if I can find a link to a good hot dog cutter. So that's what it looks like. And you know, we need some mustard and ketchup. So this is caulk and yellow paint mixed together. I'm going to do a little drizzle of mustard and then a little drizzle of ketchup. And then your hot dog cookie is all ready. Perfect for any cookouts you might have. I hope y'all enjoyed.